In this article, we're going to look at using the OneFuse Terraform provider to reserve an IP address with our IPAM solution for use inside of Terraform. In this example, I'm using Infoblox as my IPAM provider, but OneFuse also supports BlueCat as well as Men and Mice in its current version of 1.2 for IPAM. To begin with, we'll have to set up the provider information for OneFuse, which also includes defining the address for our OneFuse appliance. And then we have a data source that will be used to define which of our OneFuse IPAM policies we want to use for this plan or this configuration. And then we have our IPAM record resource. Here we have to pass in a host name. We're going to grab our policy ID from our data source, and then we're going to pass in template properties, which are basically inputs that we're going to feed in to OneFuse for use with the IPAM policy. And then it will return to us all of the relevant IP information that we need that we can consume within Terraform. First thing we need to do is do a Terraform init. During the Terraform init, Terraform will download the latest OneFuse provider. And once that's done, if we like, we can go and do a Terraform plan. The Terraform plan will show us the outputs that we will know after the plan has been applied. We can just go ahead and apply this plan. And at this point, we can see the results. We've got our IP address, gateway, netmask, network, primary and secondary DNS, as well as the subnet. The Terraform provider reached out to OneFuse, asked for a specific policy. OneFuse then reached out to the backend IPAM provider, reserved the IP address, and returned it through to Terraform. If we go to our OneFuse interface and we go to IPAM module and we scroll down to our managed IP addresses, we can refresh and see the newly reserved IP address that came in from Terraform. Here's the IP address we were given. Here's the host name we provided, the policy that we consumed, and then we can look closer at the job. We can see the inputs that were provided to OneFuse, as well as the results that were returned back to us within Terraform. When we no longer need to have this IP reservation, we can simply go to Terraform, perform a Terraform destroy to go and release that IP address from our IPAM provider. And once that's completed, if we go back into OneFuse and we do another refresh, we'll see that that IP address is no longer reserved. Read through the article where we'll cover how to go through and create your Terraform configuration to reserve IP addresses using the OneFuse IPAM provider. Thank you for watching.